Hello everyone, and welcome to Forza Horizon 4. You've just caught me admiring my new van. Oh, well, it's not a van anymore, it's a pickup truck. Look at it! Look how funky this thing is. Well, basically this is one of the newer cars that they added into the game with this week's series change. This is probably the first time where, okay, let me explain this to you. This is probably the first time where I came out of the festival, accelerated to go this way, and I haven't activated that speed camera. That is probably the very first time that that's happened. Because you have to do 30 miles per hour to activate it. And as you can see, this car isn't the speediest of all things. But I think it will be once I get done with it. And once I get done doing stuff to it, I think it will be a little bit faster than this. Well, it depends, because I really don't know what you can do to it. Like with engine swap wise and all that sort of stuff. I definitely don't want to keep the center engine in this thing. If we could put like a Subaru engine in it, like we can with the other car. I have a wheel spin, so I want to do this real quick here. If we can put a Subaru engine in it, I think I'll be very happy with that. Because it'll make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drift this thing. I'm going to go ahead and slide it. I want to see what exactly we can do to this car. Pickup thing, whatever. But I want to see what you could possibly do to it. And probably going to get it to slide. Because, I mean, like what else would I be doing? Alright, engine swap time. There's a lot of engines. We got a 2-liter inline 4 VVT, which is most likely a Honda engine. This is a flat 4 turbo, which is definitely a Subaru engine. 2.5 flat 4, another Subaru engine. There's a turbo rally engine in this thing. Oh, hello. That'd be interesting. And then we have a Porsche engine we can put in it, which is a 4-liter flat 6, which I'm kind of tempted to put a Porsche engine in this thing. I mean, I thought like a Subaru engine would be kind of cool to add in this thing, but I think a Porsche engine would be even better. Look at that torque curve as well, compared to this, where you just have boost kicking in. Look how smooth this is. I mean, we're still gonna have boost kicking in because I'm gonna twin turbo. I'm gonna twin turbo this thing. I'm gonna keep it. Should I keep it rear wheel drive? I'm gonna keep it rear wheel drive for now. I don't want to see what this thing is like. So obviously we can remove some parts on it and everything like that. I don't really want that. I want to keep this like as close to stock as possible because it just looks really funky. Just the way it looks like this. Very small changes. I'll definitely change the wheels. I mean, we're gonna have to go with race tires on this thing because we're gonna be squeezing out like a significant amount of horsepower. 180 tires in the front. Alright, so let's do 255s and 255s. As for our track width, I mean, I kind of don't really know if I want to bring him out at all because it doesn't look good on the van. As much as I want to, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. I mean, we're turning this thing into a drift van, so I don't see why not. We'll see. So let's go ahead and put this. Oh, we can have drift suspension. That is perfect. Okay, I think since we can put drift suspension on this thing. And while I'm here, I'm going to just change all this. Since we can't put drift suspension on it, I think I'm going to go ahead and get the track width to come out. Is there any sort of... Or is it just inside the cab? It's just inside the cabin that the roll cage goes in. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so let's just buy pretty much everything else that's race spec, and then we'll go back to visuals and see if I want to change the wheels to something else. Because I think they protrude out just a little bit too much now. Now that we have our track width that we can change, which I'm going to do like this anyway. So yeah, there we are with that. As for our wheels, again, I'm gonna go with some nicer classics, I guess, or something that's a little bit more interesting looking than the starter ones. Like, I mean, I don't mind. Like even these ones, for example, I'd most likely go with these because they look very close to classic wheels, but I don't like they don't make it look ugly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like if I put like new wheels on it, it just won't look as good. We'll change the size as well to slightly bigger. It still looks really weird to me. Just the way this thing looks. I mean, obviously, how much power can we squeeze out of this thing? First of all, that is the main question here. Because I mean, this thing doesn't weigh a lot for like a pickup. It definitely doesn't weigh a lot. You can't even get 1,000 horsepower in it. I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, what about the Subaru engine, the rally engine? Because I feel like that one could be kind of interesting. Obviously, that's already engine swapped. Or not engine swap, that's already turbocharged. So we can't get that much horsepower out of it. We get 645. So yeah, we're just gonna stick with the Porsche engine for now. And then turbocharge that, and then we'll have what, like 900 horsepower. So that's more than enough, I think, for this thing to be able to spin its wheels. And like I said, since it doesn't weigh a lot, and it should be good to go. I'm not gonna add like a specific tune on it as of now. Again, if I do decide to drive this thing again, I'll probably just go ahead and do it. But I want to see what this thing is like to drive. The paint on it is perfect as well. It just looks like a band-aid. It just looks It's like the plainest looking vehicle that you could possibly see on the road, but it's so interesting. I like when they add stuff like this. I really do. I like when they add crazy cars like this. It just it sounds like a port. It even has like the tiny exhaust still on it. Look at that. Oh, that's just jokes. All right, I think we need to drive this. Did I change the wheels? Or the tires? I definitely have. Feels a little sluggish. Maybe because I'm used to driving all-wheel drive cars, but it just feels a tiny bit sluggish. It does definitely like the smoothest wheels. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's just because... Wow. This thing is jokes. You definitely wouldn't expect a thing like this to be doing drifting like this. Or to sound like this. It revs so high. That is ridiculous. It revs past 9.5k. This is so smooth to drive. I just feel like it doesn't have a lot of grip. I need to try it and go back and make sure that I put race tires on this thing because I feel like it's lacking a little bit of grip. But then when I try to like steer it, it doesn't understeer or anything like that, so it feels fine. It just feels a little sluggish. I feel like it just spins its rear wheels way too easy. Oh my god. I'm not going for points or anything, I just want to drive this thing, see what it's like. This is mad easy to drive. It's so good. And this high revving engine just makes it so much more enjoyable as well. That's nice. That's really nice to drive. Especially as a rear wheel drive. As a rear wheel drive, this is so good. So smooth. It's lovely to drive. It really is. I really like it. Right now, I can definitely tell that the top speed of this thing is very limited. I don't know if it's limited by its power or if it's limited by transmission. Maybe it's limited by the shape of this thing, because it can't really go that fast, because it looks like, well, a van. Because that is the case with some of the vehicles in this game, where they're literally limited by the aero of the actual car itself. Anyway, let's change this thing to all-wheel drive. We'll keep the engine that's in it now still, and we'll see if we can do anything to it. Or if we can do anything with it, I should say. So it is on race tires, by the looks of things. We could put vintage tires on it. Or vintage race tires. I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm going to keep the same everything that's on it now. However, I do need to change this now since we changed to all-wheel drive. So we can have a little bit of play with the rest of our transmission and diff and all that sort of stuff. So let's see. I think I might have to lock the diff first of all before I do anything, because I don't think it'll be able to drive properly like this or drift properly like this. So I'm going to lock it completely. I'm also going to make it a little bit more rear biased. So let's change this to now, let's say 80 to 20. Hopefully that'll do a little bit better. Top speed is at 196 miles per hour. So the gears are slightly stretched out a little bit too far, but we'll see. We'll see what everything's like. So yeah, there's the stats. I haven't even touched, like I said, anything on them. But yeah, let's give this a shot. Let's see what it's like now as an all-wheel drive van truck thing. And see if we can slide this thing still. I'm gonna go downhill because I feel like downhill is gonna be a little bit easier for this guy. Because if I do go uphill, it'll struggle a little bit. I think it will. But on race tires now. Okay, we don't really have a lot of spin in third. see now if we go sideways, if we do. Not really. It's lacking that power. But in second though, in second gear, oh, in second gear it's got all that pull. Alright, I'm gonna start from the very beginning again. I just use second the whole way. Or make my gear ratios a little bit shorter and then use third gear, but like I like using, like second just feels fine. What's top speed in second? 100 miles per hour. Well, that makes a little bit more sense. This is very, very interesting. Because it doesn't by any means feel slow now, like it did before as a rear-wheel drive. Because as a rear-wheel drive, it would just end up spinning its wheels and not really go very fast or go anywhere. But now as an all-wheel drive, it's just ripping through this hillside with ease. And it's doing it very, very gracefully sideways as well. It feels like it's got all the power that it needs. I have 100% driven worse cars than this. No shadow of a doubt. This is better than a lot of different cars. It's so smooth to drive. That's what baffles me. Like, it's so smooth. I know where to put it. I know how hard I need to throw myself in a corner. I don't like. I've barely had any practice with this thing. I mean, you guys are literally watching me for the very first time driving this thing. Like, I've obviously haven't driven this before, but like, it's so easy to drive. So easy to drive. So easy to put where you want. Man, I like this a lot. It's so good to drive. It definitely won't get up there with like the Vipers and all that sort of stuff when it comes to drifting, but it's definitely not a bad vehicle to drive, or to drift even. I really like it. Even with this tune, there's like no tune on it at all. It's just whatever the standard tune was that the game decided to give me. Third gear and all that, like, I feel like they're lacking. They're lacking because of the the way the gears are set for this thing. But second gear just rips and pulls in any corner. I mean, with a top speed of 200 miles per hour, you'd expect it to be very, very good for pretty much any corner. It's really nice to drive. I highly, highly recommend that you guys give this thing a shot if you have it. Alright, well, I guess that's pretty much it from me. I wanted to test this thing out. I wanted to see what it's like. It's a very, very interesting car. Very unusual drift build, if I do say so myself. I mean, I haven't really built a lot on this thing. I mean, I've just sort of upgraded some parts on it, and that's pretty much it. It's not really a build, so I'm not really going to call this thing a build. But I've just upgraded some parts and I want to see what it would be like to drift with a little bit more power, and it's just super, super easy to just place where you want. It's really nice to drive. I highly recommend you guys give this thing a shot. So yeah, this was the new VW, what is it called exactly, full name? VW Double Cab Pickup. So basically it's a T2 transporter that's been transformed into a pickup truck with a double cab. So yeah, that's it. Again, thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. You guys know the spiel. You guys know the usual. But yeah, for any of those new people that are here on the channel, I really do hope you guys are enjoying the content. I see new faces, new people in the comments all the time. So if you guys have anything to say, just type it down in the comments, I guess. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for every new subscriber, and obviously thank you to the people that keep coming back and watching my my videos. That's amazing. Thank you guys very much for the support. And that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.